It is a wet start to your Saturday morning. For some, we are tracking some showers out there. Aaron White will have your latest in his forecast. And new developments in the shooting investigation of an 11-year-old girl. The suspects now in custody.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Thank you for joining, everyone. On this August 15th, I'm Chris Stanford. Police say they are confident that they have arrested the two men they feel are responsible for the shooting death of Anissa Scott. While the investigation isn't finished, they feel it's a step in the right direction. News 3 Now's Adam Duxter reports.
I'd like to extend my condolences and that of the entire Madison Police Department to the family of Anissa. They've suffered an unimaginable loss. I hope that the community continues to support them and that today's arrest help their healing process in some small way.
Madison Interim Police Chief Vic Wall says tips from the community as well as surveillance video led officers to make not one but two arrests in the shooting death of 11-year-old Anissa Scott. Scott was shot and killed while riding in the passenger seat of a vehicle on Madison's east side just days ago. The 10th homicide in Madison this year, in just the latest in 4 weeks of heightened gun violence.
Earlier this week, the worst possible outcome, what we had all feared would happen, happened.
The two arrested suspects are 19-year-old Perion Carrion and 16-year-old Andre Brown. Carrion was arrested Wednesday while allegedly driving a stolen car and in possession of a loaded handgun. He has 6 prior arrests and escaped from the Ferris Center in Dane County in late January. Brown, who is a minor, will be tried as an adult. Wall says the arrests are the result of several days of tireless work by his staff.
With the gravity of this crime and just as outraged as we are as a police department that it happened, everybody wanted to find a resolution, wanted to identify these people, wanted to apprehend them as soon as possible.
Both men now face tentative charges of first-degree intentional homicide as well as attempted first-degree homicide as party to a crime.
That was Adam Duxter reporting. Last night, there was a candlelight vigil for Anissa and her family, friends, and loved ones in Sun Prairie. Those in attendance said it was a time to comfort one another and to reflect as a community. People lit candles, offered prayers, and shared their memories of Anissa. The young girl's mother said that Anissa wouldn't want people to be sad, but rather to celebrate her life. Organizers say the vigil is not just about mourning the tragic loss, but also called for an end to gun violence. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office is launching a police chaplaincy program to help both deputies and community members deal with traumatic situations. Former Portage Police Chief Ken Manthe is working with the Sheriff's Office to get it started. The chaplains will be available to help with things like death notifications, grief counseling, and just lending an ear. They'll also do ride-alongs with deputies.
It doesn't have to be religious-based, denominational. They can ask questions about that, but many times it's just helping them cope and helping them deal with that traumatic situation.
Columbia County has about 15 chaplains from different denominations all across the county available to assist. Time right now is 8:02 as we check in with Aaron White and your first one forecast. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, good morning, Chris. We're tracking some showers and storms out there this morning as we look over Madison right now. Here's a look at our sky cam here on the west side. We are seeing the clouds moving in and even some sprinkles out there, and that's going to be the story at least through the morning hours. A look at Doppler radar showing some thunderstorms. There was one that was in Dane County that actually has kind of fallen apart, but another thunderstorm that's developed to the west, that's now east of Dodgeville. That's going to be moving into Mount Horeb, likely just south of Black Earth, but likely to move into the Madison metro here over the course of the next 30 to 45 minutes, and some more showers and storms down to the south affecting areas in far southeastern Grant County, moving into Iowa and Lafayette counties over the course again of the next 30 to 45 minutes. But eventually all the storms are going to clear out of here later on this morning. We'll see some more sunshine by about noontime, 74 degrees, and today's high topping out around 79. So once we get rid of the storms, we have a really nice afternoon coming our way today.
Sounds good. Thank you, Aaron. Sauk County Public Health is warning of a potential COVID-19 exposure at the Reedsburg School District. They say a person who attended the district's registration event at the high school August 11th tested positive. That person was not showing symptoms at the time, but may have been infectious. The district says it has notified all the people who could have been impacted. State and county health officials said there were about 900 new cases confirmed of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Since the pandemic began, that brings the total in Wisconsin to more than 64,000 cases. About 14% of those cases are still active. COVID-19 deaths in Wisconsin are now at 1,030. The percentage of positive tests jumped yesterday back to about 10%. That's a considerable jump from where we had been in the past few days. DHS says with over 10,000 Wisconsinites tested in the past day, 9.8% of those came back positive. A group of UW-Madison staff members are demanding what they call a moral restart amid the pandemic. Disappointed in the university's reopening plans for the fall, members of the University Labor Council took to protesting yesterday afternoon on campus. They say the school's current plan doesn't prioritize the community's public health, and they worry that it could even lead to death on campus.
It's clear that the university is not interested in listening to workers without us really coming out and garnering a lot of public support. We want to make sure we're getting the message out that this is not something that's just threatening to campus, it's also threatening to Dane County as a whole.
A group of TAs, faculty, and researchers is demanding that all fall classes be moved online until there are no new coronavirus cases in Dane County. The coalition is also calling on the university to reinstate plans to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour on campus. That is a plan that was put on hold because of the pandemic. It's also move-in day for the first wave of Badger students. As more students return to Madison, we are learning what coronavirus transmission could look like on and off campus. The CDC says college shared living spaces are a lot like nursing homes when it comes to the virus. This means we could see a similar pattern of person-to-person transmission, especially inside dorms, fraternity and sorority houses, and shared apartments and homes. UW is offering on-campus testing for all students for free. In the meantime, President Trump is releasing 8 recommendations for reopening schools at all levels, including in that list, included is wearing masks whenever social distancing is not possible. And if students don't have a mask, the president says the federal government will help.
We will provide up to 125 million reusable masks to various school districts all around the country. What I'd like to do is
President Trump is also calling for the money to follow the student. That means if parents take their children out of public schools, the Trump administration says the tax dollars meant to support their education should go with them. And if you need another reason to wear a mask, new research shows the coronavirus may travel further indoors than previously thought. A team at the University of Florida found the virus can spread up to 16 feet from an infected patient. It's based on observing a patient in a hospital room. They also found similar results when simulating a classroom. They say the distance the virus travels is greatly reduced if a ventilator is placed near the teacher. More reasons to keep your distance here. Researchers at Massachusetts General Hospital found government-issued physical distancing orders significantly slowed the spread of COVID-19. Doctors say the average daily death rate from COVID also began declining after social distancing measures were implemented. According to USC researchers, fever is usually the first symptom for COVID-19 patients. Cough and muscle pain are next, followed by nausea and diarrhea. The scientists presented the list to help both patients and doctors during the pandemic. Actor Sean Penn is making it easy for Georgians to get tested for COVID-19. The well-known philanthropist is working with a group that's providing millions of dollars for testing in Atlanta. So the group, which partners with local governments, launched in LA in March, and now they are in 10 cities, Atlanta being their largest operation. 8:07 now here on your Saturday morning as we take a live look outside. We've got some showers and some storms headed our way as they move through the southern Wisconsin area. Aaron will track those for you just ahead.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly.
Joe Biden says,
if you elect me, your taxes are going to be raised, not cut.
That means middle-class families, small businesses, and seniors pay higher taxes. It's the biggest tax increase in history.
Citizenship for 11 million undocumented folks.
That means 11 million illegal immigrants competing for American jobs, eligible for free health care, Social Security, and Medicare. America can't afford Joe Biden.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
You're strong. You power through chronic migraine. 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. So if you haven't tried Botox for your chronic migraine, check with your doctor if Botox is right for you and if samples are available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
95% of patients may pay as little as $0 for Botox, so text to see how you can save. Botox has been preventing headaches and migraines before they even start for 10 years. So ask your doctor about Botox today.
Right now, AARP's work is more important than ever. We hear older Americans loud and clear, and that's why we fight for what they and their families need. Access to health care, affordable prescription drugs, opportunities to save for the future, ending age discrimination, a healthy, financially secure, fulfilling life. That's what AARP fights for, because that's what everyone deserves. Join us in fighting for what's right.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. It's time to find new roads again.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We're back 8:10 right now. Hey, it's your last call for cream puffs or any other of your fair favorites. This is the last week the Wisconsin State Fair drive-thru will be open at the fairgrounds in West Dallas. In addition to cream puffs, this weekend you'll find those elephant ears, the Italian sausage, Wisconsin potatoes, and the hot Wisconsin cheese. It's free to get in. Food will cost you, though. The drive-thru is open from 11 to 8 today and from 11 to 6 tomorrow. Once these storms get on out of here, it'll be a decent afternoon to drive over to the Milwaukee area, won't it, Aaron?
Yeah, it certainly will be. That sounds a lot better than the granola bar I had this morning. So might have to drive over there this afternoon. Once we get the storms out of here, a lot of sunshine is expected for your afternoon. But as we look over Madison right now, there's a lot of cloud cover associated with those storms that are moving across Dane County and parts of Iowa County as well. And that's going to continue over the course of the next couple of hours or so. Currently 70 degrees with the southwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Now the wind is going to be shifting to the north and west as a cold front sweeps through, and that's going to usher in at least some cooler temperatures for this afternoon compared to yesterday when we were talking about highs in the upper 80s. We're going to be in the upper 70s later on this afternoon. High topping out right around 79. Again, a lot more sunshine for your afternoon. Overall this morning, we are generally into the 60s to right around 70. We have 70 in Janesville, 68 in Monroe, 70 in Mineral Point, and 62, the cooler spot in Wisconsin Dells. And as we look at Doppler radar this morning, you will notice there are some scattered showers and storms that are moving across southern Wisconsin into portions of Illinois. That's going to continue here. You can see a little bit stronger thunderstorm that is now moving into Mount Horeb. This is going to be continuing to the east about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Could bring some heavier downpours. You will notice there is also a little bit of lightning associated with this. Another storm that is now moving into portions of Lafayette County. That's going to continue off to the east as well. And eventually, these are going to be clearing out of here. You can see this cold front that's moving across the state of Wisconsin. That's going to usher in that cooler air for this afternoon. So here's how it plays out on Future Track. Showers moving out of here by about noontime, and then eventually we get that sunshine. Temperatures topping out into the mid to upper 70s across much of the area. Overall, our high for today calling for about 79 degrees with the wind out of the northwest at 5 to 15 miles per hour, switching from the southwest that it's currently at. And again, more sunshine is expected for your afternoon. And as we take a look at our extended forecast, we are going to see some nicer conditions as we get into the early portion of next week. We have to get through about 84 degrees on your Sunday. There is the chance we could see a late day thunderstorm, very minimal chance, I would say about 20%, but a lot more sunshine as we kick off the next work week. Sunny and 80 on Monday and Tuesday. Another chance of a couple storms coming in on Wednesday. I think the better chance of storms will be by Friday and Saturday of next week. But overall, I got to say, that's not a bad forecast. Once we get through the showers and storms this morning, we have a lot of sunshine to expect for today and even into your Sunday.
Doesn't get much better than that. I mean, high of 80. Sunshine.
I was just going to say,
not as humid.
Yeah, it sounds like a nice pool day, maybe a lake day or something tomorrow or Monday.
Make sure to take advantage of it, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aaron. Well, it was supposed to be the Packers' preseason opener today against the Arizona Cardinals at Lambeau Field. That's not happening, though, because the NFL did cancel the preseason, but it's still a pretty big day for the green and gold. The Packers finally open up training camp. Players will get to take to the field in helmets and then move to full pads later next week, but pads or no pads, just being back out there is a big deal, they say.
It'd definitely be a relief, you know what I'm saying, because it was so much, you know, uncertainty just during this whole off season, you know, if there was going to be a season and, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. So to finally just be out there and just kind of forget about everything else and just kind of let loose and play football again, I think is going to be great for everyone.
In the world of golf, Steve Stricker is back on the Champions Tour circuit this weekend. He's playing in the Bridgestone Senior Players Championship. But besides golf, the Edgerton native has been playing a lot of another game. Listen to this. During his time away from the course, Stricker has been glued to his TV, playing the video game Fortnite, giving some hope to parents of teenage boys everywhere, right? So even the PGA Pro admits it's pretty addicting.
Stupid game. And I don't know where that came from, but it's kind of consumed some of my time. Even lately, I bring it now with me out on the road and you know, pass the time. But I'm trying to wean myself off that game. You know, during the quarantine when it first happened, I was playing quite a bit. I had nothing else to do, right?
Also announced this week, the Masters is rescheduled now for November 12th through the 15th. It will take place without fans lining the course at Augusta National. 6:16, the weekend's a great time to get caught up on all the shows you've been meaning to watch. So coming up, we will tell you what's out there. And if you're not sure what to watch, our film critic, Will Loper, has his picks for what you might want to check out. That's coming up. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
This right here is the most delicious way to turn any person into a morning person.
Enjoy a $2 savory sausage McMuffin with hash browns or a $2 sausage biscuit with hash browns.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
These deals are amazing.
I know. How do we get them?
Okay, we have to be very subtle about asking, like this.
Like this?
No, like this.
Actually, you don't have to do any of that. We have great deals for everyone.
Even without the...
You would have gotten it anyway.
Cool.
If you've forgotten what a fair deal sounds like, let us remind you. Switch to US Cellular and get $700 off the latest smartphones with no activation fee. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
We're seeing it again. The virus spreading out of control. The president once again failing to act. Joe Biden knows we need to listen to medical experts and take action now. That starts by expanding testing, calling for mask mandates nationwide starting immediately, and producing more protective gear here at home. Fighting this virus and rebuilding our economy will take a president who's ready to lead.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Scoot over. Squeeze in. Pull up a chair. Because life's just better when you believe there's always room for one more. Ritz, a taste of welcome.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County continues building and bringing stability to families through homeownership. As area families experience hardships, Habitat provides a pathway to financial security and independence. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Dear summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Welcome back on this Saturday morning. We are tracking some showers and storms that are moving across southern Wisconsin. As we look over our sky cam here in Madison, looking to the west, there is another storm that is now moving into western parts of Dane County from Iowa County. This did move through Dodgeville about 30 minutes ago. Another storm that just developed over Dodgeville, bringing some brief heavy downpours. But you can see that storm now moving into Mount Horeb. This is going to continue to the east over Verona, eventually into the Madison metro. Another storm that's affecting southern portions of Lafayette County. These are all going to continue to move to the east as we go through the day. Eventually, we'll get some sunshine by the afternoon. So if you're heading out to the lakes, water temperature around 76 degrees. Most of the beaches are open. We'll see a high today around 79 with, again, a fair amount of sunshine for your afternoon. And Sunday also looking pretty good. 84 will be your high. Just a light wind out of the west and northwest, about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And some more nice weather is coming our way as we head into next week.
Looking forward to it. Thank you, Aaron. A lot of new shows on or coming soon to Netflix. Right now you can stream Teenage Bounty Hunters. It's a comedy about two teenagers trying to juggle classes while fighting for justice. The show follows fraternal twin sisters who team up with a veteran bounty hunter to track down wanted fugitives, all while navigating your typical high school drama. Teenage Bounty Hunters is streaming now.
I've never experienced anything like it. I'm thinking of ending things.
Huh?
What?
Did you say something?
I don't think so.
Weird.
No, it was me.
Netflix released the trailer for its new psychological horror film called I'm Thinking of Ending Things. The film stars Jessie Buckley as a young woman who gets trapped at her boyfriend's family farm during a snowstorm and soon begins to question what she really knows about him. The movie's based on the best-selling book I'm Thinking of Ending Things streams in September.
Guys, ninjas just stole your parents.
Hello again, Matilda. Time to get the old band back together.
Oh, get ready for a sleepover like no other. During a sleepover with friends, two siblings discover their seemingly normal mom has a criminal past. When she and her husband are kidnapped, the kids are forced to team up and rescue their parents. The Sleepover, starring Malin Ackerman, Ken Marino, and Joe Manganiello, streams on Netflix starting August 21st. A major news story has been turned into a documentary produced by a big-name director, and you could watch it this weekend for free.
I was pretty flabbergasted by it and depressed, and you know, and yet I was a visitor. You know, I just what about the people who were there?
That was Ron Howard. He is behind a new documentary called Rebuilding Paradise. It tells the tragedy of the worst fire in California history. Most of the town of Paradise was destroyed in 2018, and at least 85 people died. Howard said he was compelled to share their stories. You can watch Rebuilding Paradise virtually on local theater websites. Well, there's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming out there. Our Will Loper shares a few picks in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
You don't know who I am or what I'm about, but I'll do anything to find that source.
Newly streaming on Netflix this week is the film Project Power.
Welcome to Project Power. Our goal is simple: the next evolution of the human species.
Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt star in the film where 3 individuals search for the source of power in pills that grant the user 5 minutes of superhuman ability.
You ever taken one of those before? It can make you strong, make you invisible. You never know what your power is until you try it.
On the streets, they're talking about superpowers, but they're not talking about how one hit could kill you.
Have my daughter.
Maybe we can work together on this.
Project Power is streaming on Netflix now.
It's about to get real noisy.
I'm playing this like a game. I would like very much to win.
I love it, boys. I love it. Where you from?
Newly streaming on Apple TV Plus this week is the documentary Boys State.
A message of unity, as good as it sounds, is not winning anyone any elections.
The film follows 1,100 boys who attend a week-long mock political summer camp, where we see a microcosm of real-world politics play out amongst the high schoolers.
Primary polls are now open.
Get yourselves ready for a turbulent election.
As to the political views voiced in my speech, sometimes you gotta say what you gotta say in an attempt to win.
I think he's a fantastic politician. But I don't think a fantastic politician is a compliment either.
Boys State is available to stream on Apple TV Plus now.
That's politics, I think. That's politics.
You're Norma Desmond. Used to be in silent pictures, used to be big.
I am big. It's the pictures that got small.
Finally, this week marks the 70-year anniversary of Sunset Boulevard.
I didn't know you were planning a comeback.
I hate that word. It's a return. A return to the millions of people who've never forgiven me for deserting the screen.
Gloria Swanson plays aging film star Norma Desmond, who hires a screenwriter, played by William Holden, to come and help her stage her comeback.
Madame has moments of melancholy.
Those idiot producers. Those imbeciles. Haven't they got any eyes? Have they forgotten what a star looks like? I'll show them. I'll be up there again, so help me.
1950 Sunset Boulevard is available to stream on Amazon Prime or rent or buy everywhere else.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Coming up, new details from a fire in Portage from earlier this week, how you can help the 8 people displaced. Plus, Campaign 2020 headlines as the DNC is set to begin Monday, the same day President Trump plans to return to Wisconsin. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
When a student falls behind, a good teacher helps them catch up. A bad president would tie their hands, like Joe Biden would. Even with hundreds of public schools closed indefinitely, Biden opposes emergency parental choice grants, preventing parents from choosing options like private tutoring or charter schools if their public school is closed. A lost year is unacceptable, but 4 under Biden, that's a lost generation. Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy-efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon.
Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Find your keys. Find your get up and go. Find pants that aren't sweats. Find your friends. Find your sense of wonder. Find the world is new again. At Chevy, we'd like to take you there. Now, during the Chevy Open Road Sales Event, get up to 15% of MSRP cash back on select 2020 models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This is News 3 Now This Morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is August 15th. I'm Chris Stanford. Christina Laurie has the weekend off. 2 men are facing charges after separate gun-related incidents overnight. Just before 10 o'clock, Madison police were called to State Street near the corner of North Broome. That's where witnesses reported seeing a man threaten another one with a gun. When officers got there, they found a man matching a description given to them by witnesses and took Mario Chandler into custody. Chandler had a concealed and loaded handgun. He now faces several charges, including felony possession of a firearm and endangering safety. The second incident happened earlier in the evening, just after 7:30 on East Wash near North Marquette. Callers also reported seeing a man with a gun there. MPD found that man in question. The suspect did have a gun in his pocket and an extended magazine in his waistband. He did not have a concealed carry license, so police took the weapon and charged him for carrying a concealed weapon. Authorities say a Kenosha police officer wounded in a shootout last week while investigating a vehicle break-in has been released from the hospital. A release by the Wisconsin Department of Justice identified the officer as Justin Pruitt, who's been with the Kenosha Police Department for 2 years. He suffered a gunshot wound to the abdomen. Kenosha News reports that the suspect, Jonathan Massey, was arrested Tuesday in Gary, Indiana. The American Red Cross says at least 20 people, including 11 kids, will be at least temporarily displaced after this apartment fire on Allied Drive on the city's south side. It happened around 4:30 that day. We have yet to hear how it started, though, or if there were any injuries. New updates this morning about a devastating fire earlier in the week in Portage. This one happened Wednesday morning on West Wisconsin Street. The general manager of the Portage St. Vincent de Paul says that they've been receiving several donations for the 2 families involved. She says a lot of cash donations and household items have already been made available, which for the time being will be held at the store until the families are ready to start looking for somewhere new to live.
Very overwhelmed. They are receiving donations from other outside sources as well, and for right now they're not sure exactly when they're going to be able to relocate, so we're just kind of waiting to see what those items are going to need.
A total of 8 people have been displaced by this fire, losing everything. We have a list up right now at channel3000.com for the items they still need. About 200 soldiers from the Wisconsin Army National Guard's 1st Battalion, 128th Infantry, are back home this morning after a year-long mobilization to Afghanistan. A traditional homecoming ceremony just not possible right now because of the pandemic. Senior leaders from the Wisconsin National Guard greeted those soldiers when their plane arrived in Eau Claire. Time to check in with meteorologist Aaron White, who is tracking some showers and storms out there. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Chris. Yeah, we are looking at some showers and storms now moving into Dane County and parts of Iowa and Lafayette counties. These are all going to be moving to the east about 30 miles per hour or so. Nothing severe, just some brief heavy downpours are expected as these are going to continue to the east. You can see a little bit of lightning showing up as well. So basically that's all really to expect. Some heavy downpours, some rumbles of thunder as well, and maybe some gusty winds. These are moving across southern portions of Dane County into Iowa County as well, and also another thunderstorm that's moving through Lafayette County, eventually into Greene County over the course of the next 30 to 45 minutes. Eventually, these are going to clear out of here by the afternoon. You see a cold front that's moving across Wisconsin. It's going to usher in some more sunshine as we get into the afternoon, some clear skies, and even some cooler temperatures for this afternoon compared to yesterday. We were talking about highs in the mid to upper 80s. We're down into the 60s and 70s to start off your morning, and eventually we will get that sunshine. We'll start to warm up as we go into the afternoon. 74 degrees around lunchtime, eventually up to 77 by about 5 o'clock. I think our high today topping out around 79 degrees. We are going to see a bit of a warm up as we head into your Sunday. High temperatures back into the 80s and a lot nicer weather as we kick off the next work week.
All right, looking forward to that. Thanks, Aaron. It's the end of a big week in politics. Joe Biden made it official, naming Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate. It's a historic choice for several reasons. Harris has a Jamaican father, an Indian mother, and a Jewish husband. Nancy Cordes introduces us to the newest name on the 2020 ticket.
Be sure about your answer, sir.
She is one of the Senate's newer members.
Can you give me a yes or no answer,
in the closed
please?
briefing, well, it's not a short answer, Senator. The answer
It is either you are willing to do that or not.
And yet her interrogations are already legendary.
Attorney General Barr, has the president or anyone at the White House ever asked or suggested that you open an investigation of anyone?
I wouldn't.
Yes or no?
Could you repeat that question?
Harris came to Congress in 2017, drawing donations, presidential buzz, and attention on late-night TV.
Can you think of any laws that give the government the power to make decisions about the male body?
I'm not thinking of any right now, Senator.
Harris brings it, man.
In 2017, her grilling of then Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
My question is only as
don't have the detailed memory of that.
This startling admission.
I'm not able to be rushed this fast. It makes me nervous.
Last year, his successor, Bill Barr, struggled too.
They have not asked me to open an investigation, but
Perhaps they've suggested?
I don't know. I wouldn't say suggest.
Hinted?
I don't know.
Inferred? You don't know. Okay.
Nancy Cordes, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
In other campaign headlines, the president is returning to Wisconsin this week. President Trump plans to... Today, the Democratic National Convention begins. He'll also travel to Minnesota, Arizona, and Pennsylvania in the week ahead, all considered battleground states. We're also learning that Vice President Mike Pence will stop by Wisconsin this week. According to a news release, Pence will be in the village of Darien in Walworth County Wednesday to talk about the president's trade policies. Both the president's and vice president's visits will be in the middle of the Democratic National Convention in Milwaukee, which is being held almost entirely virtual. News 3 Now will have complete coverage starting on Monday. The United States Postal Service is planning for a temporary price hike. It'll go into effect from October 18th to December 27th. The price increase is because of the high demand for online items. Package shipments will see a rate increase anywhere from 24 cents to as much as $1.50. USPS filed a notice with the Postal Regulatory Commission for this. The price hike is expected to still keep the Postal Service rates competitive while providing the agency with some much-needed revenue. U.S. scientists say they are working on a coronavirus strain to be used in human vaccine trials. Experts say it's controversial because that would mean infecting healthy volunteers with a live virus, which some say is unethical. Dr. Anthony Fauci calls this type of trial Plan D. He says human challenge trials are typically used when a virus is not widely circulating. If used, Fauci says these trials wouldn't begin for a few months. Well, there's no end to the pandemic in sight, but Americans are back to shopping. A new Commerce Department report says U.S. retail rose 1.2% in July. It's a big deal because sales dropped to a 7-year low in April, right when the pandemic shut everything down. But the report shows that gas stations, department stores, and clothing retailers are still operating far below normal. Fisher-Price is trying to help out babies and toddlers who want to hang out near mom or dad while they work from home. Look at this. They're releasing a new line of stay-at-home themed toys. It includes a play office complete with a toy laptop, pretend cell phone, and a coffee cup. There's also a chef set with an apron bib and a chewable oven mitt. They're even creating a baby bicep set with play dumbbells, a headband, and a pretend protein shake. Cute. Still ahead, we are a few weeks away from school starting back up in Wisconsin, but class is already in session in other states. Coming up after the break, we're seeing what kind of challenges they're facing with virtual education during the pandemic. And later, after a nearly 2-month battle with the coronavirus, a Wisconsin woman is finally being released from the hospital. We'll share her story coming up.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping many people with type 2 diabetes like Emily lower their blood sugar. A majority of adults who took Ozempic reached an A1C under 7 and maintained it.
Here's your A1C.
Oh,
My A1C is under 7.
And you may lose weight. Adults who took Ozempic lost on average up to 12 pounds.
I lost almost 12 pounds. Oh!
For those also with known heart disease, Ozempic lowers the risk of major cardiovascular events such as heart attack, stroke, or death.
It lowers the risk.
Oh?
And I only have to take it once a week.
Oh.
Ozempic is not for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Do not share needles or pens. Don't reuse needles. Do not take Ozempic if you have a personal or family history of medullary thyroid cancer, multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2, or if you are allergic to Ozempic. Stop taking Ozempic and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, itching, rash, or trouble breathing. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your doctor if you have diabetic retinopathy or vision changes. Taking Ozempic with a sulfonylurea or insulin may increase low blood sugar risk. Common side effects are nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, and constipation. Some side effects can lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Once weekly Ozempic is helping me reach my blood sugar goal.
You may pay as little as $25 for a 1-month or 3-month prescription. Ask your healthcare provider today about once weekly Ozempic.
Right now at Steinhoffel's, it's the summer of sleep. Get $300 in Steinhoffel's instant bonus cash and free delivery with any Tempur-Pedic mattress set. Plus special financing for 60 months. Steinhoffel's has the new Tempur-Breeze with next-generation cooling technology. You'll sleep up to 8 degrees cooler all night long. So sleep cooler. Get 0% financing, $300 in Steinhoffel's bonus cash, and free delivery with a new Tempur-Breeze mattress set. Only at Steinhoffel's and Steinhoffel's Mattress.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
This year's school is going to be full of changes, so we're preparing to help you prepare.
What will school look like? How can you and your district keep your kids safe? And how can we help all of our children continue to learn?
We're getting the answers you need because we want you to feel prepared when it's time to send kids back to the classroom.
So keep an eye on News 3 Now this morning and get ready to go back to school.
Well, welcome back on this Saturday morning. We are tracking some showers and storms that are moving through southern Wisconsin, and even some brief heavy rainfall is going to be associated with some of these stronger thunderstorms that are now moving across eastern Iowa counties into Dane County. You can see very scattered thunderstorms that are about to move into the west side of Madison, up near Waunakee as well, and even down towards Verona, just southeast of Mount Horeb. And another thunderstorm that's moving through Lafayette County, eventually into Greene County here in the next 15 to 30 minutes. And you'll notice even to the south, there is a severe thunderstorm warning down across the border, across the state line into Illinois. That is going to be staying to the south and east, but still you can notice these are going to be some fairly strong thunderstorms that are rolling through. The overall severe threat is going to be low. It's going to stay down to the south into Illinois, but a cold front is moving across Wisconsin. That's going to usher in some cooler temperatures for today. We will get more sunshine. Right around 74 degrees for your lunchtime temperature, topping out around 79 degrees later on this afternoon. So if you are heading out to the area lakes, water temperatures around 76 degrees. Most of the beaches are open, and we will see some nicer conditions as we get into the afternoon. Again, more sunshine and another nice day coming our way on Sunday with a high near 84.
Well, looking good. Thank you, Aaron. Time right now is 8:42. With kindergartens and grad schools, educational institutions, all of them right now, they are wrestling with how to start fall classes during the pandemic. Some are allowing in-person instruction, others are sticking to online learning. This morning, Brad Todd reports those virtual education efforts can present another issue, and that's problems with technology.
Atlanta's mayor tweeting this week, quote, "It's noon and I still haven't been able to get the twins logged in." Keisha Lance Bottoms feeling the frustration of some parents across the country as they grapple with the challenges of remote learning with schools getting back in session. This week, technical problems have been especially worrisome, like in Gwinnett County, Georgia.
I went to the website, tried to log into the eClass portal, and was getting an error message for the most part.
With many students and parents unable to log in this week, the Gwinnett County District asked them to stagger their attempts to access the program. Meanwhile, the superintendent of schools in Humble, Texas, said a cyber attack on their district server blocked some students from logging into their first day of online classes this week. This comes as the debate rages over whether remote or in-person learning will work best during the pandemic.
Teachers could really benefit.
During a Zoom meeting with education specialists in recent days, one expert said a disadvantage of remote learning is that it doesn't always play to teachers' strengths.
The teachers who are the most effective teachers in what we've had so far, face-to-face typical situations, they may not be the most effective in remote environments.
And some parents of students with special needs say their kids just aren't being served as well online, like one mother who's suing California's governor over virtual learning.
I have 3 boys, 2 with a diagnosis of autism. Without that team to do that hands-on learning, they're just languishing at home. There's no type of education going on. My children cannot sit in front of a computer screen and do Zoom meetings all day long. It's just regression is profound and detrimental.
One education expert tells CNN almost no state has a specific effective plan to successfully teach online. But a clear advantage to remote learning is that it's simply safer. A parent in one Georgia county who sent her son to school for in-person classes told CNN it didn't start well.
The second day of school, my son said to me, "Mom, I don't feel safe. We're not social distancing. There's no precautions being taken to keep us safe."
And sometimes it appears remote learning can keep some top teachers in the fold. One chemistry teacher in Arizona told CNN he was given no option but to teach in person. So for his family's safety, he resigned.
A lot of us would have stayed if we had had that option, or if we'd even had some kind of hybrid option to where we had smaller class sizes. We would have had a lot of us stay.
That was Brian Todd reporting. We'll look outside this morning as we are tracking some showers and thunderstorms pushing through the Madison metro area. We'll have your forecast coming up when News 3 Now returns here on a Saturday morning. But first, if you got a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can share their picture on TV.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy nonstop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $346 per month lease on Nissan Rogue.
Dreaming of custom furniture, but you think high prices, sales pressure, and waiting for months and months? Come to Slumberland and design your way. Quick and easy, with no extra cost. First, pick your piece. Lots of styles, clearly marked. Next, pick your fabric. There's no extra charge here. Then, get it quick. Our orders are made fast. Plus, all custom furniture is on sale. Design your way, only at Slumberland Furniture.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only 1 pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
We're seeing it again. The virus spreading out of control. The president once again failing to act. Joe Biden knows we need to listen to medical experts and take action now. That starts by expanding testing, calling for mask mandates nationwide, starting immediately, and producing more protective gear here at home. Fighting this virus and rebuilding our economy will take a president who's ready to lead.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, this is our final boarding call to enjoy nonstop routes to summer in a new Nissan.
And don't miss the 2020 Nissan Bottom Line Sales Event. Get a low $273 per month lease on Nissan Sentra.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back on this Saturday morning. We're tracking showers and storms that are moving across southern Wisconsin. That's going to be the story through the morning, as we will eventually get some sunshine here in Wisconsin later on this afternoon behind a cold front. But you can see these showers and storms moving through Dane County right now. These are drifting off to the east at about 25 to 30 miles per hour. They're kind of pulsing up and down in intensity, so we may see some brief heavy rainfall across the Madison metro here over the course of the next 30 to 45 minutes. A little bit stronger activity down further to the south and west. That is now moving from Lafayette County into Greene County. This will be moving into Monroe here in about 30 minutes or so. Could bring some brief heavy downpours, some gusty winds. You also notice there is a bit of lightning with that, but there is a severe thunderstorm warning down to the south across the state line. That's going to stay down to the south, so the severe threat will remain south of Wisconsin for the day today. All of this is associated with a cold front that's sweeping across Wisconsin. That's going to usher in some sunshine, some drier conditions, and even a little bit cooler temperatures for your Saturday compared to yesterday when we were back in the mid to upper 80s. As we look over Madison right now, we have a lot of cloud cover associated with those storms. Temperature now at 70 degrees with the southwest wind about 5 miles per hour. Now that wind is going to be shifting to the north and west, ushering in the cooler temperatures later on this afternoon. We'll warm up to about 74 around lunchtime, eventually into the upper 70s later on this afternoon. You can see that cloud cover associated with that cold front, northwesterly winds ushering in some more sunshine, cooler temperatures for today, and another cool night ahead of us as temperatures drop down into the 50s. So our high for today, right around 79 degrees. Again, more sunshine is expected for the afternoon. So as we look at our extended forecast, we will see some more sunshine on Sunday, high around 84 degrees, and kicking off the work week, not too bad. Gotta say, sunshine and 80 on Monday and Tuesday, but there will be the chance for a few thunderstorms coming in as we get towards the end of the work week.
Looks great. Thanks, Aaron. Every weekend, we share at least one story with you in hopes to make you smile, and this one from Unity Point Health Meritor right here in Madison. Check it out. After spending more than 2 months in the hospital with COVID-19, Susan Slauson is finally back home this weekend. She got quite the send-off from her care team with a special honor walk. Susan was admitted to the hospital on June 8th and spent 66 days there, including time on a ventilator in the ICU. As Susan heads home to Lake Mills, she joins more than 130 patients who have been discharged from Meritor after beating COVID-19. Way to go. All right, stick with News 3 Now. All weekend, Melissa Kim will have the day's top stories this evening at 6 and 10. But first, finding independence, purpose, and success after the unthinkable. Meet the women turning their lives around one piece at a time. We're back in a moment.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
We're seeing it again. The virus spreading out of control. The president once again failing to act. Joe Biden knows we need to listen to medical experts and take action now. That starts by expanding testing, calling for mask mandates nationwide, starting immediately, and producing more protective gear here at home. Fighting this virus and rebuilding our economy will take a president who's ready to lead.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Believe you me, we've seen a lot of mornings. And starting your morning with the small bits of cheese stuck to a McDonald's breakfast wrapper is the right way to start your morning.
Enjoy a $2 savory sausage McMuffin with hash browns or a $2 sausage biscuit with hash browns. Only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When I was diagnosed with Dupuytren's contracture, I waited to get treated. Thought surgery was my only option. But then I found out about non-surgical treatments. It was a total game changer. Learn more about the condition at factsonhand.com.
Hey,
You guys gonna get started?
We're just waiting for the activation fee.
But I already paid for the day.
Yeah, and then it's $100 to activate us.
Activate you?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, a cyborg?
It's crazy to charge people for things they already bought.
I'm gonna get my wallet.
That's why at US Cellular, we speak fair and never charge activation fees. Switch to US Cellular and get $700 off the latest smartphones with no activation fee. US Cellular. Upgrade to fair.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on many of your favorite Toyota models, like Corolla, Camry, Avalon, or Prius. Toyota.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9 on News 3 Now.
Finally this morning, a nonprofit in New York's Hudson Valley is picking up the pieces, helping women recovering from addiction, making and selling handcrafted bags. The job gives them financial independence and purpose. And as Nancy Chen shows us, their stories aren't so different from the bags they create.
And we get a lot of orders on these.
Savannah Aragon grew up surrounded by gang violence and drugs. She battled a 10-year addiction and served jail time before stitching her life back together.
I was just out there. I felt like I was nothing.
She's now a seamstress at Unshattered, a nonprofit in New York's Hudson Valley that makes and sells handcrafted bags. 8 of the 10 women on the team are in recovery. The average age they began using is 11. One woman started drinking when she was just 5.
I love that pattern.
Kelly Lingard is the founder and CEO.
Most of them didn't have job skills. Maybe they didn't have an education, but most importantly, didn't have a safe community to go back home to.
The bags are made of upcycled, mostly new material from industry scraps like car upholstery, retired military uniforms.
This bag is made from a West Point cadet uniform.
And even sets from Broadway shows. Unshattered sells 3,000 to 4,000 bags a year, with 100% of the proceeds going to the women's salaries and benefits.
Relapse rates for substance abuse disorders range from 40 to 60%. But Unshattered says since starting 4 years ago, the rate for women who work here is 0.
And I think it's proof of our story that when you have community, you have purpose and meaning, and you have economic stability, you can truly thrive and move beyond your addiction.
They recently took on a new project, face masks. Donations from the community allowed the women to remain employed during the pandemic, sewing about 9,000 masks for frontline workers.
To do something amazing like that to help people, you know, and I just think it's awesome.
Reclaim fabrics, helping reclaim lives. Nancy Chen, CBS News, Hopewell Junction, New York.
Excellent story to end this Saturday morning. All right. Aaron, why you got one quick check of the forecast for us?
Yeah, we're tracking some storms this morning that are moving across southern Wisconsin. Luckily, no severe weather in Wisconsin. There is a severe thunderstorm warning down in Illinois. That's going to stay to our south, but these are tracking to the east about 30 miles per hour. Could bring some brief heavy downpours over the course of the next couple of hours as they track further to the east. Eventually, this storm affecting Monroe here in about the next 10 to 15 minutes. And again, that storm down to the south across the border in Illinois, bringing some gusty winds down there. But for today, we will see the storms kicking out of here by about lunchtime. 74 degrees. Today's high, sunny and 79, looking pretty good. And as we look at our extended forecast, 84 degrees on your Sunday. We will get some more sunshine through the day on Sunday. There could be a late day storm. I think the chance of that is about 20%. More sunshine on Monday and Tuesday, high around 80 degrees. And there will be a better chance of storms as we wrap up the work week by Friday and into next weekend.
So when do you think we'll clear up here in Madison this morning?
Probably about the next hour or so.
All right.
So
thanks, Aaron.
good.
Enjoy your weekend, folks. We'll see you later.